this the ultimate DIY pressure washer wall mount setup? Well, you're about to find out by watching this video. So what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Pan the Organizer. Behind me, I have the active pressure washer wall mount system with the AR Blue 630 V2 pressure washer. We're going to talk about all the features, what makes this so compact and amazing, and more importantly, I'm not very handy myself, but this was easy to install. Me and my brother, we did it in roughly 20 minutes, and if I can do it, you guys can do it. It not only looks super cool, but it also works very well. So by the way, I'll make sure to include the links to all the tools, products, and equipment in the description under the video for you guys to check them out. So all you have to do is sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Also, quick disclaimer, this is not a sponsored video. Nobody paid for this video. I ordered this myself online from my friends over at Carzilla. So again, check the links. You're going to have this in the US and Canada for now, maybe other countries in the future. So what is this setup kind of made up, and why did I get the idea to have this? So a few years ago, if you guys remember, I'm good friends with Matt Mormon from Obsessed Garage, and he loves pressure washer setups. Now, when I went to visit one of his homes in Helen, Georgia in the US, well, that house, or that mansion, should I say, had what I deem to be the best pressure washer setup in the world. If you didn't check that video out, I'll leave the links in the description. But it's always been my dream to have a wall-mounted pressure washer setup, and I'm in discussions with Matt. He had Obsessed Garage Canada started, and I eventually want to do something pretty cool and custom with him. But until that time comes, because he's a very busy person, and until he gets all of the necessaries installed and ready to go, this is the next best thing. Much less expensive, obviously, than a custom setup, because everything's integrated. So let's go around so I can show you what the features are. First of all, as you'll notice, this here is a very sturdy, like I'm trying to shake it and I could basically hang myself from this if I wanted to. In the back of the setup, there is a wall mounting plate with only 4 bolts that you're going to directly drill into the wall, and that is it. So you find 2 studs, which I found here with the stud finder, and this unit just basically with 4 lag bolts goes and hooks itself onto that plate. So this is sturdy and won't go anywhere. Now, the unit itself has a shelf up top, and it can support up to 40 kilograms of weight. So in this case, I have the new AR Blue Clean 630 V2 pressure washer. So they're a new version. This is roughly 67 pounds or close to 30 kilos. So this can sustain that weight absolutely no problem. So very easy to turn on for when I want to use it. You have your water outlet portion here. I'll leave all the quick connects that I use in the description, by the way. So I have a 90-degree elbow 3/8 NPT with this quick connect into an M24 14 millimeter quick connection, because this one here is an M22. And this hose, well, goes directly into the reel. So this comes with it. That's the cool part. So you're ready to set up. And then, of course, you get this beautiful reel. It comes with this pin that you can simply remove when you want to pull your unit out. And this is a 50-foot active hose that I have on there. It's a 5/16 inch. I'm going to talk more about it in just a few seconds, why I selected this. And then you have this cool handle here on the side when it's time to put your hose back in, and then when you want to lock it into place, you pull this pin back up, you line it up with one of those holes, and there you go. This is locked in. It won't go anywhere. Now, for the tip of the hose, a cool thing from Obsessed Garage, we call this a PP plug. This is basically a quick connect type plug that prevents the little drips of water from coming out when you're done using your unit. So you put that there, and there you go. No more drain. So I love that. You can just leave it to hang. The other cool thing about this is there's a lot of mounting holes underneath. I don't know if you can see this with the camera, but there's different slots here that you can use to mount with screws your pressure washer that you're putting up on top. So it's a universal type situation here. You can add whatever screws you want. In this case, though, the rubber feet of the active pressure of the AR Blue pressure washer are more than enough. So I didn't have to secure it. It's heavy enough that it doesn't move at all. The other cool stuff, they thought about everything over at Active for this one. Here I have the Active foam cannon. So basically the 1/4 inch type connection here in the back, they put a rubber grommet. So all you do is take your foam cannon and you slide it in there, and that's it. That's a nice little setup. Now, if you stay there and I show you that you can mount any foam cannon that you want, here is one of my favorites for the value for money, the Quiver foam cannon. So you put that in there and there you go. So you have the foam cannon ready to use whenever you want. It's just like for those who like to color coordinate kind of thing. This is cool because it sticks with the kind of active overall look, but you can put whatever pressure washer you want, whatever foam cannon you want. Another cool thing here, we have a wand holder. So you get this. This is my Mosmatic OG spec wand. I have a 5.0 orifice tip, 40-degree tip that I use here. And the tips, you can have them on this beautiful rubber grommets. So I have the 0 degree, 15 degree, 25, and 40 degrees. I like to use 40 for when I'm washing cars. So you can have your quick connect lance ready to go. There's a universal holder here on the side for your pressure washer shotguns. So this one here, one of my current favorites as well, bang for buck. This is the quiver, and this has the push connect, quick connect. So there you go. This is ready to go. You have your lance ready. And when you're done with the setup, you take your pressure washer shotgun, you put it back in its holder, you have your wand, you stick it into the rubber grommet, and look how nice and tidy that looks. Isn't that amazing? So I love how easy and compact that is. Now, if you want to complete the look of the active system, here we have the active short pressure washer gun, another very good one. By the way, I made a video comparing many of the good pressure washer guns on the market, and this is the active wand. So you can remove the lance. This is the Mosmatic lance, and you can put the active one if you want to have that gorgeous look in there to finish or whatever you want. And of course, let's replace this gun with the active gun, and that completes the look. So you have an even more coherent design, if I can say that. So that looks pretty awesome. Now, for the hose, this is where you guys have to select what you prefer, but what I liked is behind the hose reel, when it's time to connect the hose, there's a quick connection. So an adapter that comes in, you slide your hose in, you're good to go. So typically you can use either a 1/4 inch. For me, they're a little too light and they tend to coil up. And at the other extreme, there's the 3/8 inch. Those are the thicker, heavier hoses. So I like this active because it's in between. This is a 5/16 inch hose. So it's that perfect kind of size. It's light enough, yet sturdy enough. This also has steel braided interior jacket. So this really prevents not only coiling, but any kind of movement from the hose itself. And it has your pressure washer working better, especially with active pressure washers. They always recommend that you use steel braided hoses. And I just like the fit and finish. It has this cool gray color, but I also have an MTM hose that I could swap and use. But this for now, 50-foot hose is more than enough for my entire garage. This is a 24 by 24 size garage, so just under 600 square feet. But it can hold up to 100-foot 5/16 hose. So active makes a 100-foot hose as well. By the way, again, I'll leave links to all this stuff in the description, but I just love how easy and compact this design is. Now, for the inlet, as you can see here, I used a quick connect, because how do you bring water to this pan, right? So as you can see here, I have this quick connection. This is an Ely quick connect, because here I have my Ely garden hose and garden hose reel. So this is the last reel you'll ever need. This is in cast aluminum, and I have this huge hose here. So I have the gun for when I'm watering the lawn, the grass, whatever I need. And then this quick connect here that I take and I simply bring it into the inlet, and there you go. That's my water source. I can turn the pressure washer on. I have the spigot right here. And of course, when needed, this goes into a deionizer. This is a CR Spotless DIC-20 mobile unit. So it has 2 tanks. This is the biggest one that they have. This completely filters all the water. So I have the valves here that I can simply turn this way to activate the system so the water flows through there. This can support a little over 2 gallons per minute of water flow, for example. And then when I don't want to use it, I just close the valves and we're back to regular tap water through the bypass. So that's how simple that is. And then when I'm done using the pressure washer, I do the opposite. I just quickly disconnect the water. I put it back on my hose, and then we're back to normal. You have this beautiful, clean setup. Now for power, I had my electrician come in. He shortened the power cord because this comes with something like a 30-foot power cord. And of course it would dangle and will be way too much. So we shortened it just enough to bring it to this new 20 amp circuit that I had installed. You know it's a 20 amp when you have this T here, because the AR630 V2 only works with a dedicated 20 amp circuit. So I have more than enough, plenty power. This is a GFI plug and power connector as well. And we brought the power cable through this beautiful industrial piping all the way nicely tucked in behind the speaker there. So it has its own dedicated circuit in the house. So a beautiful 20 amps. So that's how simple this setup is. I hope you like the look. Let me know if this is something that you would like to install, if this is something that you've already installed in your setup, and how you guys like it. I've had this now probably for about 3 weeks at this point, and then just today I had the power actually brought here, because before the power cable used to dangle and I didn't like that. So I like this clean setup. But yeah, everything is contained within this beautiful unit. So again, the AR Blue Clean 630 V2 pressure washer, a few of the quick connects that I'll leave in the description, of course, with all the rest. Then we have the active pressure washer hose reel wall mounting system. We have the active 50-foot 5/16" hose. I had the quiver short gun. I had also the active foam cannon. You can have the active gun and lance if you want, or in my case, the Mosmatic OG spec lance that I had there on the side as well. Whatever you guys want. These are universal holders, so you can mix and match as you want and just get it looking super cool. So yeah, I'm thrilled. You're going to see this in many videos to come. By the way, if you want to see the full review of the AR630 V2 pressure washer, I'll leave a link in the description because I reviewed that on my channel. The active gun, the active foam cannon I reviewed, the quiver short pressure washer gun I reviewed as well. Everything basically is there. So yeah, the link's in the description, guys. And just if you want to keep on learning more about detailing, all the products, the tips, the tricks, the equipment, product reviews, tools reviews, all that good stuff, make sure you hit the subscribe button that's found under this video. And that way you'll never miss future videos. So in the meantime, guys, don't forget, keep it tight, keep it clean, and I'll see you on the next one.